sucks that everyone has crapped on Jimmy, even though his idea is spot on and necessary. I'm so mystified at this. Jimmy's idea is so great. And a bunch of really smart people have like, Jimmy's on point. And then like these indie media punks, some of them, these so-called progressive media people are like, no, Jimmy's not doing it right. Unbelievable. Anna Kasparian going after him? Unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, even Sam Cedar said this is a good idea. Sam Cedar, who does all these videos with Jimmy Dore, is I hate Jimmy Dore in the title or whatever. Like, he seems like he has a problem with Jimmy, like he has an obsession with Jimmy. And he even said, yeah, this is a good idea. Marianne Williamson. Anyway, so what I would do, we should point these people out that they're fake and I don't know what their problem is. This Charger, this football NFL player came on Jimmy's show. He's in favor of it. AOC was on Jimmy's show before anybody knew who she was. I mean, he helped her. And then she won and she won't come on a show anymore. It's like she knows who she is. She knows who he is. She can't be like, oh, Jimmy, who? I do so many interviews. She can't. Come on, man. I almost got an interview with her on the show 2 years ago. And she was texting me, I'm on the subway. I'm going to try to do it. And she couldn't do it. She was really trying. I was going to have her on the show and I couldn't get it together. Anyway, we couldn't figure out a tech thing. She was like, I'm about to take the subway. Can we do it over the, anyway. So yeah, I think for me, it's like pointing out all the people that are going against Jimmy it's like, hey, look at all these people. But overall, the more energy by all of us should be spent on all the people that are down with this idea. And it's a good idea. That's what should be done. So if we don't pressure for Medicare for all during a pandemic, then when? I know, not now. It's always not. When? 300,000 COVID deaths. When? Who's going to get this vaccine? How much is it going to cost? When do we pressure for this? When the next pandemic comes? Not now? When we have a pandemic that's even worse, that has a 20% mortality rate, not a 1% mortality rate. Is that when we do something about it? When 30 million people die rather than 300,000 people, is that when we do it? Is that when we pressure? Is that when we, not now, now's not the time. Record numbers of people needing food. I mean, food banks are like, we've never done this kind of business before. We've never had this demand. We've never had it. The last time there was this demand for food was during the Great Depression in the 1930s. That's the last time it was this severe in this country. But now's not the time to pressure for Medicare for all. Let's wait. Just keep waiting. Just keep waiting. Well, it's not a good plan and it's too overly simplistic and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, because remember when Rosa Parks, she didn't just say, I'm sitting at the front. Remember when Rosa Parks got a committee and they did a subcommittee and a memo with a memorandum, and then they bounced that memory around another committee, and then they voted on it, decided, is this too aggressive or too not, or what? Remember that? Remember when Rosa Parks went through all those committees and people were like, wait, and she didn't sit in the front of the bus just yet. Remember all those committees? No. Rosa Parks went, fuck this. I mean, I doubt a nice, polite lady like that uses my, salty comedy club language. She was just like, no, she just said. It was such a bold act. Did she plan it? Did she go with a committee? Did she poll it? Did she have a market group go marketing research to find out? No, she went, I'm done. This ain't right. And she just sat and also she knew probably, Mike, this is me surmising that, I'm an older woman. So maybe they won't kick my ass. And if they do, I don't care. That's bold resistance. That's like, I'm sorry, done. We're just going to, I'm not doing this anymore. Hey, black guys at the 68 Olympics who are going to raise your fists. Wait, let's focus group the raising the fists black power thing first. Let's wait. It's just insane to me 30,000 people a year die because they don't have health insurance before the pandemic. But let's wait. When? Joe Biden said, now's not the time for a revolution. You're right. Revolutions always happen when everybody's doing well. Remember, everybody was getting paid. Everybody had a great job. Kids are doing fine. That's when the revolutions start. That's always when the revolutions start. I think that's when the Russian Revolution started. Everybody was eating well, doing good, had good jobs. French Revolution, when Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cake. They're like, oh, we love cake. It was great. That's when they happen. That's typically when they happen. American Revolution, love. If the Brits were treating everybody well here, we were like, hey, it was great. We get along with King George. So awesome. He's taxing us and we're not represented. And we're fine with that. Maybe we do a representation. Maybe we do a revolution. Unbelievable. Now's the when we get back the House, when we get back the Senate, when we get back the when Democrats who were paid by big pharma and the healthcare lobby to give up Medicare for all, to deliberately subvert it and sell it out, is that when we'll do it? When we get the House and the Senate? You mean like when Obama had it? He was the Democrat. He was a Democratic controlled House, Democratic controlled Senate. Then is that when we'll do it? Oh God, I'm so sick of this. When? Hey, wait, just wait. It's too messy. It's too loud. It's too simple. It's too complicated. How many excuses do they have? And these excuses come from people who call themselves progressives. AOC should be championing this, but she doesn't want to make waves. It's so, and look, the brilliant thing about when Jimmy came up with this is he's like, they won't do it, but I'd love to be proven wrong. And I'm the same way. I don't want to see everything collapse. I don't want to see America splinter off into some horrific, just fractionalized collapse, civil war, whatever. I don't want to see that. I don't want to be right, but it's like, then prove me wrong. Unbelievable. When is the time for Medicare for all? And AOC, if she's not steamrolling for this, it's amazing to me. So she's in that movie with Amy Vilela about the 2018, all those women that were running against incumbent Democrats. Amy Vilela, who I've met, who I've even had on this show, ran for office because her daughter died because she didn't have health insurance. It is a heartbreaking, gut-wrenching story. I've met Amy. She's come to a couple of Ron and I shows. She's really, she's a solid person and she's fighting hard. So what do we tell her? Wait, now's not the time. Wait till another 30,000 people die because they don't have health care. Then maybe we'll do it. Wait till the midterms. So now we'll have 60,000 people will have died between now and the midterms in 2022. Is that when we'll do it? Or maybe wait till 2024. So now 120,000 people have died. And then maybe we'll get it right. Not even counting the COVID deaths. So I can't even, it defies logic. I'm so sick to death of this. I'm so sick to death. People are, and it's like these fake progressives, these neoliberals, these Hollywood assholes, these people within the AOC and the squad. You should be like, yeah, this is what we got elected for. This is why we're the squad. This is why we're here to shake things up. No, is it? Maybe not. Maybe it's just to say, yay, diversity, identity politics, but we'll fall in line with the Democratic establishment. We'll fall in line. It's too common. It's too this. It's too, it's so weak. It's so weak. The Tea Party didn't do that. The Tea Party went, we're done. Bye, Republican Party. And the Republican were, okay, we'll do what you want. That's what happened. That's what the Tea Party did. Liberals and so-called progressives, if you don't fight for this, you're weak, man. You're weak. You stand for nothing. You fight for nothing. You just want to move this incremental centrist football, 3 yards at a time. And then it comes back 6 yards, and then you move it back another 2 yards, and you're like, yay, we made a progress. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's mystifying to me. Ana Kasparian, rather than push back against the Democratic establishment, rather than push back against the who get money from Pfizer and Anthem Blue Cross and all these companies, rather than push back against them, you're going to say Jimmy Dore has anger issues. Your boss, Cenk, is an angry guy. He built that's his whole brand. The reason you have a job is because of Cenk's anger at how broken our system was. But Jimmy's on, that's such the weak excuse of someone who's been proven wrong, who's been out-lefted, who can't admit fault. Oh, you're so angry. So now we're not talking about that. So if I say, oh, you're so angry, now we're not talking about all the messed up things I've done, how wrong I am, how I've offended you, insulted you, whatever. Now it's all on you. That's like what Trump does. Wow, you're so angry. Whoa, stop yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm raising my voice because I'm frustrated. See, now that, stop yelling at me when you're not yelling. No, this is me frustrated. I'm raising my voice, but I'm not yelling. I can show you the difference between yelling, but this is not it. See, now we're not talking about how they just fucked up. That's Ana Kasparian, spoiled little girl, right? The Young Turks is an offensive term to Armenians. So they hired Ana Kasparian, an Armenian, to cover that. I'm just going to say it. TYT is never going to hire me. The only reason I was ever on TYT was because of Jimmy. He brought me on Aggressive Progressives. And when he was getting ready to leave, the producers, people I like and respect, like Malcolm Fleischer and Stephen O, brought me over there. But they brought Ron and I over there. But so I have no loyalty to them at all. And to watch them do this, I get emails from TYT telling me, oh, help support our channel. What? You got $20 million 2 years ago. You need my money? Where'd that money go? Would you go to Vegas with it? What happened? Would you give some of that money to Azerbaijan so they could bomb Armenia? Is that what you did with that 20 million? Sorry. I'm just done. I'm just so sick of listening to this. These people should be lining up together. We should be shoulder to shoulder in this fight. Instead, they're like, Jimmy's too mean. Jimmy's too angry. You're not angry that 30,000 people a year die. You're not angry that there's 300,000 dead COVID people. You're not angry that there's fucking food lines. You're not angry that there's tent cities. I know you live in LA, Cenk and Anna. I know you live in LA, which means I know you cannot drive a half a mile without seeing tent cities somewhere in Los Angeles. I guarantee it. You can't be in your car for 5 minutes without seeing homeless people all over that city, and you're mad at Jimmy Dore. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You can't admit your fault. You can't admit fault, which shows weakness. That's a mental weakness, right? That's an intellectual, that's a childlike, I'm never wrong. It's a thing. You can't go, man, I screwed up. Jimmy's right about this. You can't even do that. Because Anna, what are you? Just like a spoiled little rich girl, pretty little rich girl that they put a pretty girl on TV. Is that it? Is that all you are? What do you stand for? You back Liz Warren? You don't want to fight for Medicare for all because you don't need it? Is that why? Your TYT deal comes with health insurance, so you don't need it? When Cenk's mad, it's okay, but when Jimmy's mad, it's, anger issues. Anger issues. Okay. You're not angry enough. When you get angry, is it like, whoa, hysterical woman? Well, that's how you would, if I said that about you, it would be, that's sexist, a hysterical woman comment. You're fighting for something. You're feisty. But when Jimmy does it, he has anger issues. You see the bullshit hypocrisy in that? You see it? And it's not just because I've been friends with Jimmy this long. We've known each other from Chicago. There's comics I've known as long as Jimmy from Chicago I'm not friends with anymore because they're dipshit, crybaby liberals. They're blue check Hollywood. Some of them aren't even blue checks. They're just no-name comedians you've never heard of that never stood for anything. Andy Kindler going after him? Kindler's whole career has been doing inside jokes about show business. That's it. I've always thought he was funny. I got along with Andy, but now he's like, I'm unfollowing Jimmy Dore. Fight for something. None of you fight for anything. And Cenk, how do you build up a network this big by saying whatever you want, calling out the establishment, and then you buckle to them? You buckle to them. And you guys push Russiagate? Oh. So you just want to be like MSNBC? Cenk, you won. You cracked the code. You did it. You won. You won. You set up this amazing team. The reason I'm here is in part because of you. You inspired Jimmy. Jimmy inspired me. And this is it. Getting mad and not fighting for Medicare for all? Really? You ran as a progressive for Congress and you got smeared. The Democrats went after you so hard. And rather than call out the Democratic establishment, you got smeared for so much crap. The Justice Democrats smeared you for some blog post about wanting to, like, oh, God. And now it's this? What a sad, like, can you not send me any more emails begging for money? You got more money than I do, dude. So don't ask me for money. You want to throw me the, 10, 20 grand that would have boosted my show had you put me on Aggressive Progressives, which would be, but that's why you got rid of Jimmy, right? You can't be out-lefted. You can't be out-lefted. Is that why? People, when you out-left people, they go fucking nuts. And that's what's happening. I've seen it. You out-left somebody. It's easy to argue with Trumpers and conservatives. It's easy. They have their crazy right-wing views. It's easy to argue. And when you get out-lefted, you think you're so left, you think you're so liberal, you think you're so progressive. And now here you are having right-wing talking points. Man. All right. Let me know how that goes. If I created a thing that got as big as TYT, the last thing I would do was take $20 million from some Katzenberger or some other jackass like that. That's the last thing I do. I'd say, if I did, I'd say, sure, you can give me as much money as you want, but I ain't doing it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I've worked in regular show business for years. They tell you can't do this. I've done over 300 episodes of TV, right? Can't do this, can't say that. I love this. I do whatever I want. Why would you achieve to get to the high? I remember the first time I walked into TYT, I was like, this is amazing. This is awesome. This place is great. And Jimmy was like, it's awesome, man. The way we're covering the election, the primary in 2015 and 2016, it was awesome. We're really showing how bad the Democrats are. And Hillary, and then they back Hillary Clinton. Oh, it'd be like if Rogan, after he made that deal with Spotify, started like acquiescing to Spotify, which he's not doing. Rogan, whether you like Rogan or don't, the point is Rogan does the show he wants to do the way he wants to do it. He takes orders from no one. He takes orders from no one. That's why his show is so appealing. He has all different kinds of people on his show. He has different points of view. He's taken a ton of shit for having alt-right, whatever. And you can argue, debate that, should he, whatever. But he's had Neil deGrasse Tyson on his show. He's had Bernie Sanders on his show. He's had Tulsi Gabbard on his show. I mean, and when he made that Spotify, he was like, oh, Rogan's going to sell it. No, he hasn't. He's doing whatever. He's doing the show he's always wanted to do the way he wants to do it. And that's what TYT should have been. And now it's just like a low rent MSNBC. You left MSNBC. Why? I don't get it. Unless it's like, this is how effective private intelligence is they get people in Cenk or Anna Kasparian's ear. They put private intelligence, infiltrates them and just puts them, they know how to manipulate people, and they say just enough things to get people all fighting with each other rather than working together. Or just have liberals been so it doesn't affect them. Homeless people, oh, we should do something. Someone should do something about it. You should. You have a big, huge platform. Wow, 30,000 people die every year. We should be fighting for Medicare for all. To help people, to say we helped push this. No, Jimmy's angry. All right. I don't get it. I don't get any of it. I don't get any of it at all. Other than just selfish crybabies that aren't really about calling out the establishment. You want to be a part of the establishment. The reason you call it the establishment is because they didn't include you. And now that they are, you're good with it. So it's just that. You wanted to be called to the cool kids party. You want the Democrats to like you. You want MSNBC to like you. You want to get interviews on those big shows. You want to do big deals with Hollywood. That's what you want to do. Okay. I don't get it. Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.